beef, onion, water, ketchup, sugar, egg whites, potato, breadcrumbs. Okay. No fork. No fork. No fork. And it's completely dry. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You know, growing up, that meatloaf gonna feed a whole family. Got the sauces in the package. Enough food for a whole family. I'm gonna get greasy. It's Saturday night. I see that Virginia Tech beat Pittsburgh. That's the only thing I have to look at. Okay. Trojans won. Mets pulled off a win. I think the Dodgers lost. Excessive here. Excessive. Cut my sauce. At least. Smells like olive. Ketchup, basically ketchup. Ketchup. Got it in the trash. Important. Important. Now look at this meatloaf. Look at this. Look at the size of this meatloaf. Yeah. Put it down inside on the ketchup. There's a chunk missing in the bottom of my meatloaf. Yeah, apparently. There is. There's a chunk missing in the side. Unless I find a fucking chunk on the... Did I drop a chunk? Flipping it? Maybe. Let's eat this meatloaf. And I see my first comments. Hey, buddy. Little ketchup. Beef. Perfect temperature. Meatloaf. I can never predict if I'm gonna eat meatloaf, because it's just not always on the rack at the market. When I got 50% off, this shit was $5.50 for over a pound of meatloaf. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. I have a whole lot of nothing. and to and to wash it down, so you can de-sweat the de-sweat. Not even gonna open it yet. Yeah, show the channel some love. Tap it up. And check this out. Medium. Yeah. Can I add that? Yeah. Turn off my. Forget what I look like. Come on, show the channel some love. What's that comment? What do you say? I'm sitting here flogging my log. Nice. This is like a meat log. I'm swallowing a meat log myself. I got that good swallow. My scissors. Now I will actually slice my meatloaf. I got that good swallow. It's like eating bread. Sliced like a piece of bread. That's nice. That might be my favorite meal in the city. What's on top? What's on top? Another napkin. Reaching for another napkin. I'm going to tell you a dirty secret. I like to use a lot of napkins. Where are my glasses? I can't see. More meat. Trying to eat with a knife. That's good. Right there. Slice it up. Going for a big chunk of the corner. As all the burnt edge, the burnt side. Can't see it. It's the corner. That's where all the flavor is. Get right up. Oh, that's good. Oh, I could eat that all day. There was only one on the rack. That means I'm the only person in the city eating this meatloaf right now. We should all have this meatloaf right now. But there's only one, and I got the only one. That's how I know there's a God. I must have. The last bite's gonna be the biggest. What as my mom used to make. You know, bacon. And the final square. It's almost all gone. Shit, damn. Frame. Why would you? I think it's the sub. 16, 17 is my official count. This is nearly full to the top. I don't need to cut it with X34. Now we have my after meatloaf smoke. Well, that meatloaf was good. Need one? So do you have a big meal? What? There's a crazy amount of NFL retro videos hitting YouTube today. I see this right here, 1968 Denver at Cincinnati. That's what the hell is this? Dude, I gotta show you this. That's not Denver. That's not Cincinnati. What stadium is that, bro? Posted 33 minutes ago. What is this? NBC Vintage Pro Football. What are they posting? Some 60s games. Denver at Cincinnati, 9:15. This is the second Bengals game ever. If I know the 1968 season, the Broncos were the second opponent, week 2 or week 1. Neipert Stadium is in, yeah, this is a Greg Cook game. The final score here. You see, good memories. Came into the league with strong wins over Denver. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. 1 hour ago, 1978 Rams Cowboys was posted. NFC Championships.
Stars are on the sideline today in the main arena for the NFC
Pat Hayden.
Super 2, the twin blade with one push training, fits track 2 and Afro Racers. Newport Gold, the golden beer of Danish teams, Newport Breweries Limited, Baltimore, Maryland. And by AC Delco.
Mono. I'm ready for NFL kickoff. As soon as I wake up, the Bengals game will be on. Can't wait. Go 1988 Raiders 49ers. I looked at that game already. And Bo Jackson was slipping. Let me go back to the end of this. Bo Jackson versus the 49ers. Don't catch me watching dumb shit. Okay. I mean, I'll fucking prove. I'm watching the Raiders. Matt Barr just kicked. Look, it's 9-3 with 7:08 left in the fourth quarter, and Bo Jackson's playing. Let's see how this game ended. You know, Montana probably gonna come back. There's Rice. Are they driving, or are the 49ers moving backwards? Here comes the punter. Because the 49ers, I could tell they're moving backwards just by looking at one frame. Penalty on the Raiders. Substitution. Raiders pushed back into their own area. Steve Berline. 4:24 left in the fourth. Looks like a Raiders first down. Look who it is. It's fucking Shanahan. It's fucking Shanahan. Marcus Allen. Here comes the punter. Jeff Gossett. 5 for 39.8. That's trash. Okay. Is it a good punt? We can watch the punt. Punts away. John Taylor takes the ball out of bounds. The fourth quarter, 9-3. Are the 49ers going to win? Here comes. They lost back-to-back games since '85. That's when the Atlanta won the West, right? Rice not. It says 28-yard reception. That's 49ers driving to score. Down 6. They're still down 6. Will the 49ers win? Marcus Allen with a commercial for Hertz car, probably. Girl Scouts. 49er down out of bounds. Steve Young flew by. Look at the scores around the league. The Rams losing to Atlanta. Timeout. 2:24 left. Inside the 30 at the 28-yard line, trailing by 7. You go to Jerry. Jerry moves the ball up 4 yards. 2:07 coming up on the 2-minute warning. We get commercials. Final commercial break. Jerry Rice. Okay, it's 4th and 1. They've already snapped the ball. They hand it off to Jerry. Jerry doesn't get the first down. Oh, sucks to be you, Jerry. Should just give it to Roger Craig. Dog pile on Jerry. Don't let that guy up. He's not faking anybody out with that move. I've seen a shoplifter do that. That's a shoplifter move when they try to get through the door and the security's blocking them. Look at that. Right there. That's how I see Jerry Rice would steal your bike when he was a kid, and he's a bad kid. This is 1988 Raiders and 49ers. Millen, is that Millen? The future Detroit general manager. And now the Raiders are coming out with a minute 50 to run 3 plays and kneel it. This video was just posted today. And there goes Bo Jackson. There goes Bo Jackson. Bo knows Bo. Passing Montana with 160, Craig with 58, Rice with 61. I think Rice lost 3 yards on that rush, so he should be under Craig. Roger Craig probably should have taken that snap. Bill Romanowski right there. Is that Romanowski? 53. Ronnie Lott. Who else we got here? Can't tell. And the 40 Raiders to end this game. They both had 3 Super Bowls at the time of this matchup, so it's an even matchup. I love it when the 49ers lose. Thing on television. Next to watching a Lakers loss. I don't sit around watching the Lakers because I hate them, but as a kid, that's what I could root for the Clippers. I don't know why. Cheers. I'm gonna press the button and it's gonna read everything.
Wilson, King of Prussia Belcher. Wilson, King of Prussia New Camera Angle. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 kinda. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 windows, just open. Wilson, King of Prussia forgot to point that out last night. Wilson, King of Prussia, what's the deal with Mongoloids anyway? Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9. Can't believe if I ate the whole meatloaf. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 mono what? Wilson, King of Prussia better than beating you. Wilson, King of Prussia time. For more hard-hitting NFL action. TN like share sub damn it. Yeah, I'm in a fantasy league at work. Wilson, King of Prussia Bo knows. Tien Bo had to tap that ass. Wilson, King of Prussia Joe was the hell of QB. Wilson, King of Prussia, what year is this? Tien Jerry Rice would steal your bike. Mayo nice. Wilson, King of Prussia, got some touches. Tien Shack Attack. Tien put me in coach, I'm ready to play. Wilson, King of Prussia, my QBs are Hertz and McCarthy. Tien, you need a helmet and shoulder pads. 28 hours and 55 minutes. 4. End. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide. 21. 9. Teddy Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9. 1. 6. 1. 9.
Stuck on my tape. I'd like to thank everybody except the Raider fans. No thanking Raider fans. You're making your neighborhood unsafe. I was raised that way. Raised to judge people by their favorite football team. And if you choose the Raiders, then you can go to the next town down the road. But the Raiders have really, by moving to Vegas, they've basically forced all the 49er fans out of Vegas. And the 49er fans have to go to Vegas for other reasons. So now Vegas is a hostile place towards me. Yeah, Raider fans, that's why we have bars on the window. It's worse than a gas chamber. I swear, you can't get through those bars when you need to get out. And it's just hot. There's no gas, it's just really hot in LA. It's more like a sweat box. Is my shit on backwards? Not mine. Tank top is on forward. Oh, more World War I footage. I've already pulled good numbers this episode, so I could wrap it up. 135 views on 33 minutes. Shocking and rare footage of World War I. Hell yeah, load that shit. Try 11 Labs now. I'll get the 11 Labs ad. I might. I'm tempted to look at that 11 Labs. Oh boy, that's one nice crater. Hey, lost footage and they start showing you France. It's like, nah. I don't want. There ain't nothing about France and lost footage to go. That's some bullshit. Italy was trying to destroy Austria. They just couldn't get through. The Turks, yeah, Turks. One hour ago, 1984 playoffs, Steelers versus Broncos at Mile High Stadium. Have I seen this game? Have I seen this one? I mean, look at this game right here. I don't think I've seen that game. I'm gonna have to click on that. I'm gonna clickety click. I'm watching Steelers and Broncos, 1984 playoffs. 10 likes, posted 1 hour ago. I mean, how many? It's glory days. We're still getting good videos on YouTube. 1984 Elway. Have I not seen this game? It's always been the Catholic Church, bro. Now, I've never in my life have I not known the true enemy to not be the Spanish-speaking Franco trained Hitler, bro. Okay, everything Hitler did was practiced in the Spanish-American War. And then Portugal flipped. Portugal was like, they gave it up. Oh. That's where Ronaldo's from. Ronaldo is a bullshitter, a bullshit smiler from Portugal. The enemy was always the Spanish-speaking, the people who can't comprehend the words that come out of my mouth. Okay. Is it my fault? I've never learned Spanish growing up in LA. Yeah, sure. Maybe it's my fault. They know I'm a gringo. They're not gonna tell me shit. They don't know shit either. I'm accusing them. They're not accusing me. They only harbored my ancestors because my mom's from Hamburg. So I don't know anything else other than mom's from Hamburg. Dad's from Long Beach. The enemy was always here amongst us. It's the Catholics. It's always been the Catholics, which is just another branch of Christianity. I lean towards Catholic sympathy, like it's the same as Muslim sympathy. I have Muslim sympathy too. I got Christian sympathy, atheist sympathy. Hindu and deity sympathy, okay? Whatever, we have sympathy for what people used to think, because what people used to think isn't the reality of the current separation of church and state. Because that's what we don't have a church state, we have a national state. America is nationalists, and they don't have, it's not a church-based state. But other countries are, like Russia is a church-based state, because all the intelligence, all the espionage is done in the churches. That's how they can't, that's where, the only place they could hide. They spread. They never do an honest day's work. They vow to never do an honest day's work. Okay? And then you have the Turks, who are still considered Muslim or Arabic or part of Middle East. Is Turkey part of the Middle East? They keep trying to bring the former Yugoslavia into Europe, and they want Constantinople to be part of Europe, but that's Turkey, right? So is Turkey, what is Turkey? Is that Greece's problem? Only Greece can, we're waiting for Greece to move on some island out in the Mediterranean? I don't think Azerbaijan is, I think they wrapped up all their troop movements. They're very happy. They're just going to build that road, the Trump Peace Corridor. Well, the thing with Jesus is he has no church, so you talk about him everywhere. And maybe, Hindus, they keep it under one roof, right? They build the temples for their needs, and Christians just don't. Christians just, they have churches, but a church is not, unless you're Orthodox. Jesus said don't build temples, right? But all the Serbians, they want their temples back in Kosovo. Like, well, I believe in God and the angel Gabriel, I think that's how Jesus was born, when the Gabriel did something. So I'm going too far. I'm just going to say that I believe in God, and I believe in Gabriel and Michael. And of course, Michael, Archangel Michael, yeah, that dude's real. And he's not just a magic guy that lives in the clouds. You want to, I have this job using my scissors, unless you're going to get a robot to cut all my shit. Humans are still the best with scissors. This is my job, is to work this once in a while, because I'm so, just keep your own scissors, travel with your own broom, go mountain climbing, but take a push broom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I Show Speed almost got arrested by a cop in New Orleans. Speed was, why is he grabbing me? Why is he grabbing? Why is he? He couldn't just stop and look the cop in the eye. He's IShowSpeed is screaming, why is he grabbing me? The cop's grabbing him. There's like a wall of people ripped IShowSpeed away from that cop. That cop was like, should get fired. Thankfully, Speed does nothing most of the day, so if you see him for 5 minutes, that's his entire routine. Dressed up like Woody from Toy Story in Nashville. Okay, he's an F1 car driver. Lamar Jackson wouldn't race him. Oh, really? Wilson, your time in Memphis was pretty rough. I was watching a YouTube gamer play World of Warcraft. His name was Bull something. So speaking of Bull, I watched Tecmo Super Bowl 3 on Super Nintendo today. It was Bears versus Packers. Yeah. The crazy thing about Tecmo Bowl 3 is you do the spin move. I've been to jail on Fort Hood. That's the only place. I've been in military jail. Maybe twice I was in military jail. The first time was for conspiracy to commit shoplifting with a different soldier who got caught shoplifting. I wasn't shoplifting. The second time was maybe I had no one. I got pulled over, and that sucked. That was really the end of my end of my marriage was when I got pulled over on base. Because when they impound your car, see, I got arrested because my friend from California tried to shoplift, and I wasn't. So, but when they took my car the second time, that's a different story. I didn't have to impound. They didn't impound my car the first time. When you get your car impounded, and you're on a tight budget on a first year of a marriage, I don't want to destroy the reputation of my wife. She's still in the Army. I realized it was better for her career to not be with me. Yeah, the main PX when you enter Fort Hood. Not the big, not the Kmart. Different kind of PX. You have the one that's the electronics, the other one that's household. Like Fort Hood had two different style of PXs. I think I just walked across base back to my house. They just basically let me out at about 10 o'clock in the afternoon. I walked, cause I was living on base in base, a real house. So I was like, ha, I'm walking home. And then after Katrina, I got a bus ticket home. And the Katrina anniversary, that ain't even happened yet. Was that August? Let's see. August 29th? That was 14 days ago. I was out of Texas by September. I was back maybe, you know what? It took me about September 10th. I probably actually got back to it. I don't remember. There was a lot of water even at Fort Hood, so you were driving in puddles at the intersections. Central Texas is pretty flat, but it should still. Hey, I'd rather be there when it's raining than when it's 100 degrees for 40 straight days. It was still refreshing and tropical. I was loving it. It just wasn't safe. And there was a catastrophe happening in New Orleans. Nobody at Fort Hood really responded to. It didn't become an emergency for us, but refugees came. They sure came into our area. Probably I wasn't there. Fort Hood was so occupied with other missions that Katrina was like, we'll send in a couple of helicopters and some boats. It wasn't a good response. Maybe if we weren't invading Iraq at the same time, we could have drained the city a little quicker. Now that they had a bus stop in Pasadena for the Greyhound, it goes straight to Skid Row now. If you take the Greyhound in LA, there's one stop, Skid Row. They don't stop at Pasadena anymore. That's Raiders. That's how we keep the Raiders out. I was one of the last to get back in. I got my ticket to Pasadena because I was born in Pasadena. We had to shut the fucking community down, cancel the Rose Bowl. I'm at 51 minutes, 143 views. I don't want to go an hour. I'm going to listen to my radio. What's it going to tell me at 10:26 p.m.? I'm in Pulse Radio commercial, Pulse nightclub. Or is that the Argonaut? It's the Argonaut. Sit here with no filter. Okay, filter's off. Buttons were big. Everybody had button collections. Okay, in the glory days of America, you would have a closet where you kept a suit. You keep your pins and the Benjamin Franklin costume. In Pennsylvania, there's a Benjamin Franklin costume inside every house. And on one day of the year, all the Quakers dress up as Benjamin. I have to pull. I start plucking the sides. It's getting too. I don't want to have my beard get all like a spade. Try to keep it. Trim it down, like Tank Abbott. I gotta spell it out. I spelled his last name wrong. Tank Abbott Beard. So I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Good hang. NFL kickoff in 12 hours. I can't wait. This show ends as soon as I say Jesus.